Okay, we got a quick one here. We're gonna revisit this right here, and maybe a few more. And yeah, there's pl there's plenty of things I thought, wow, man, you can really change the world, make it better, use change things to yeah, make power, store food all at the same time, and you know there's always that option, to actually like do something to avoid fossil fuels. Um, yeah, I could think of many things to spend $44 billion on, but I guess I don't have a control problem. So, I just like to try to be inventive or try to redesign things to try to make things better. But, that's, or inspire others to do this. This is a freebie here. So we're calling it Farm Silo Wind Power. And we're coming back to this again just for shits and giggles. You know, this one's to you, wasted $44 billion. So every once in a while, I've got a few forges. This is one I'm just going to kind of show off that is probably real easy to do and real easy to implement and doesn't cost nowhere near $44 billion. I mean, you can make a lot of these for $44 billion. I mean, just think of all the energy you could create with with $44 billion worth of wind farm silos that store grain. Oh, wow, imagine that. So we got our farmland here. We stored our food, but we got a little bonus here. Um, let's talk about this little bonus here. So, do we got it set up to run here? I think we do. So, all right, you see, you go by farms, you see the silos. They look something like this, but this one's a little different. Yeah, this one's kind of got like this weird thing. Sometimes you might see them on top of a house for venting. They kind of spin around on the house. The wind, kind of turns them and keeps airflow in your attic and stuff like that. And I thought, oh, well, why couldn't we put one of those on top of a silo and generate electricity here? So don't mind. It's a crude build, but this is a cutout design to see what I'm talking about here. So obviously we have a shaft here, generate power down here, the wind, and it doesn't need a direction. There's no big fan, like windmills. This is pretty simple. You see these on top of buildings every once in a while. They just kind of spin around on top. Well, um, farms are pretty open, aren't they? You know, they may not generate all the time, but wherever there's a wind, it'll push it, right? So, bonus, you're storing your grain, food supplies, right? You're storing your grain. But while you're storing your grain, or while it's sitting empty, while you're waiting for a harvest, you got this thing right here. You got this thing right here. You see this thing? You see this thing? And while your food is sitting there, the wind turns this thing, generating electricity. Oh, imagine that. So it's a two for one bank here, You got food making money and you're generating electricity to make money. So farmers rejoice. There is a way for you to store food and generate electricity. So yeah, just think about that for a minute, you know. Real simple design, probably not hard to implement. I don't think it would cost $44 billion. just to be egotistical. So yeah, there's this, you know, actually design something and reinvent something and change the world something for the better, right? For humanity, you know, yeah, you know, cleaner energy while you're storing food. Clean energy while you're storing food on the farm. Who would have thought it would have been that easy? So there you go. Short little video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Uh, you know, there's some other ideas there that I've gone through if you've been watching the go through on maps, but you know, we have this, you know, farm silo that, you know, that captures the wind and generates electricity. So, um, again, there you go. You know, a little different of a sight to see the top turning on a silo while it's producing electricity down here, right? Right? Zap, 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 zap. Oh, all right. We gotta bring food to the hungry, make bread, and store a bunch of flour, grains in here, feed your cattle, and oh yeah, maybe find a way to like capture methane from cows and like siphon it, like you do milk. Who would have thought of that? So yeah, there you go. Simple idea. Probably wouldn't cost $44 billion, and it could change a lot of the world. Lots of farmland, man, growing a lot of food, storing a lot of food. Might as well, while that food sits there, or is not sitting there, no matter what, you're generating electricity for the grid, for yourself, for your neighbors. Yeah, so there you go. There you go, man. You could, spend $44 billion to bring a sink somewhere, or let this sink into your mind. Have a good day.